It is the aftermath of the European midweek football. We had three games, we've did the review show. Now it's time to look at your comments and look at a quick wee recap. And first off, we have got Celtic against Atletico Madrid. Now we actually have responded to a few comments, so there was more, but here I'm not going to respond to them in video form as well as in fucking text form. So here we are, and we have got three comments. Resort says one word. Israel dot 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 dot. Ha ha ha. Irish1916 says Palestine. Then Pack.8470 says Defo had 3 points for the taking. Now, I agree with Pack there. I think Celtic should have won. I think they needed to win. And, as much as on paper, a draw against Atletico Madrid, the third best team in Spain, and they're a step above the rest, let's be real. It's a great result on paper, but they needed to win this for me. They needed to win this if they had any hope of qualifying. And we can pretend it's the greatest thing ever. I mean, I think Celtic fans are. I think before the game, if Celtic drew it, like if you were offered the draw, like Celtic fans would probably took it. I've seen a lot of them calling Super Scoreboard and say that, but after Feyenoord defeating Lazio and considering how it went, and they were down to 10 men for 14 minutes. I think Celtic had to win. They didn't win, guys, so we move on to the next game to talk about, which of course was Rangers taking on Sparta Prague. Gavin Rad says, a lucky escape in Europe tonight, but deserved at least a point in the second half performance. We should have been finished by half time, though. Absolutely agree. Cannot disagree with that, man. Rangers were incredibly lucky to be in this game by the half time point. I mean, it was 13 shots to one, creating nothing. Abysmal play. Matthew Miles says, RIFC schooled again in the Little League. Never mind Gorgie, wee Hearts had a nice wee day out in Portobello. Big Matthew Miles trying to turn the screw there. He's obsessed, but keep it coming, big man. Keep the obsession coming. I thrive off the obsession of Celtic fans. It doesn't get any fucking better than it. They can win everything, but they're still obsessed with everything. That's it, man. They're obsessed with the losers in their eyes. They should be obsessed with winning. But anyway, he says that Gav's replied, always love an obsessed fan with the usual inferiority complex. Keep up the quality comments, my man. Big Gav's got a response here, man. How about 2 trophies in 11 years and know your place? Matthew Miles, I mean, that's it just turns into a slabbering session here between Rangers and Celtic fans. But here, let's be real, right? Performance-wise, Celtic was better than Rangers, but result-wise, the draw for Rangers is great for us because, well, I say great. Maybe I think we should be beating Sparta Prague. They're not a good team, but we are right now not a good team. But the draw means we can just win our 2 games at home, and we should be practically through. That is the difference here. For Celtic, they drew their game and are practically out. So for me, the best result of the week was this. Now, if Aberdeen, on the other hand, kept a hold of their 2-0 lead, maybe that would have been the best result. But they absolutely blew it, man. And I don't even think it's as much as the players. It's Barry Robson. There was no game management, and the subs he made were fucking abysmal. And I think the comments are going to get to that. Dingle says Aberdeen shat the bed. The subs were not needed, and momentum was lost, and an epic arse collapse. Yeah, we can talk about the penalties that were given, right? Absolutely. I don't think anyone is really debating that Aberdeen should have had a penalty. They absolutely should have. I don't understand why it wasn't given. Everyone even the Celtic and Rangers fans and etc. have said that it should have been a penalty. I mean, when the fuck do you get them all to agree? But at the end of the day, it wasn't. Does that warrant the collapse that happened? I mean, every goal they conceded was pretty unlucky. But yeah, I think it all stemmed for those subs. Aberdeen were dominating that second half, man. Absolutely destroying Pack. And then he took off all the key players and things it just went to fucking shite. Honestly, it did. So I agree with that. People for the people says VAR and completely incompetent UEFA referees are destroying this great game. I absolutely agree with that. Harding Ryan says Pack player was outside the box and rolls into the box, so VAR is a joke. Gav says the stamp happened in the box. He replies, I just watched the highlights, it was outside the box and the Pack player rolled into the box. And I've only seen it once, right? And it looks like it's on the line. And obviously the rules is, well, if it's on the line, it's in the box. But I think if it's on the line, it shouldn't count as in the box. I genuinely think it shouldn't because if a ball gets cleared off the line, it's not a goal. So for me, I think the rules honestly need fucking changed up in that regard. Um, and then your dad says UEFA need to be investigated by an independent governing body. This would be becoming surreal. It's a long comment. Time and time again, the Scottish national team and Scottish clubs are the victim of awful officiating and obvious corruption. They're no longer a conspiracy. This is an outrage. Aberdeen absolutely deserve nothing but a win at Pathology tonight. Yet UEFA could never have that, as Aberdeen are nowhere near as marketable as PAC. After all, this is their first season appearing in European competitions in 2009. Here are some recent examples that instantly come to mind. Well, you know, you can think that, but I understand the whole marketable thing. I really do, but do UEFA really give a fuck about who wins between PAC and Aberdeen? Do they? Like you, I don't think they do. Honestly, I don't. I mean, I love a good conspiracy. I love a good argument, but I don't think they really care. No, I think certain teams, they absolutely care. No one's fucking denying that. He does name a few examples. McTominay shouldn't have been chopped off. I mean, I think Pedro's goal should have stood against Celtic, and it did. It did look offside, but in the angle that they shown, it looked on. So who knows? But for me, that's where it goes. Yeah, I mean, Aberdeen's been on the resulting end of two shite fucking refereeing performances. Now they did. Didn't watch the Frankfurt game, but I'm going to assume it was all right. And then he just goes on to mention that in the Scottish Premiership, Rangers Celtic seem to benefit from almost all the decisions, which, and you can argue that to a degree. I'm not. I'll admit, I think sometimes there is a bit of bias towards the Old Firm. There is certain penalties that Old Firm will get that the other teams just will not get. Like Ross County is not going to get some cheap penalty that the Old Firm would get at Ibrox or Parkhead against them that they're going to get against us. So I see that argument. But that's where we're going to leave this video, guys. You guys have reacted. We're back very soon. Football just keeps coming thick and fast. Loads of talking points, loads of controversy. But we'll be back very soon. And until then, peace.